July 4th, 2026, we are closing in on the 250th anniversary of the greatest explosion of liberty in human history. 250 years of the American experiment. You'd think that would be a moment of universal celebration, right? A moment where every person who calls themselves an American stops to appreciate the fact that they live in the only nation founded on an idea rather than a bloodline. But if you look at the rhetoric coming out of the faculty lounges at Harvard or the editorial boards at the New York Times, they aren't planning a birthday. They're planning a funeral. To the radical left, the semi-quincentennial, that's a fancy word for the 250th, isn't a milestone to be honored. It's a target to be destroyed. They are terrified of 2026 because a national celebration of American history is a direct threat to their narrative that this country was born in sin and is irredeemably broken. They don't want you looking back at 1776 with pride. They want you looking back with shame. They want to replace the fireworks with national reflections on our systemic failures. They want to take the 250th anniversary and turn it into the 250 years of oppression tour.
Courage, compassion, faith, freedom, truth. Welcome to Courage in the Darkness with your host, Philip Roberts. It's time to awaken America.
You have to understand how the left views history. It's not a record of what happened. It's a tool for political power. And right now, they're losing the grip on that tool. The 1619 Project was their opening shot, trying to claim our real founding was about slavery, not liberty. But as we head toward 2026, they're doubling down. We're seeing commissions being formed in blue states that are specifically designed to recontextualize the 250th anniversary. That's code for make it about grievances. While the right is planning a salute to America 250, the left is funding academic papers and educational modules that claim the Declaration of Independence was a hypocritical document written by elites. They're terrified that if the American people spend a whole year focused on the brilliance of the founders and the miracle of our Constitution, their entire anti-American curriculum will be exposed as the fraud that it is. They know that a patriotic populace is a population they can't control. If you believe your country is fundamentally good, you'll fight to save it. If they can convince you it's fundamentally evil, you'll stand by while they tear it down. We can't let them be the ones who define this milestone. The 250th anniversary belongs to the working men and women who kept this country running for 2.5 centuries. It belongs to the families in Middle Tennessee, the farmers in the Midwest, and the people who still believe that life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness aren't just suggestions. They are God-given rights. The left wants to talk about 250 years of exclusion. Fine. Let's talk about the 250 years of progress. Let's talk about the fact that the American system provided the framework to end slavery, to give women the vote, and to build the most prosperous middle class in the history of the world. The miracle of America isn't that it was perfect at the start. It's that it was the first nation to give us the tools to fix ourselves without a king or a dictator. That is what they hate. They hate that the power belongs to us, not the experts in D.C. So when you hear them start to moan about centering marginalized voices this July, you tell them we're centering the truth, that America is the last best hope of Earth, and 250 years is just the beginning. 2026 is going to be a battlefield of the mind. The left is going to try to make you feel like a bigot for loving your country. They're going to try to make patriotism a dirty word. Don't let them. The 250-year target isn't just a date on this calendar. It's the soul of our republic. This year, we celebrate the fact that we are still here. We are still free. And we are still the greatest nation to ever grace God's green earth. This show is part of the mission to keep that truth alive. We don't have corporate sponsors. We don't have the board of directors telling us to tone it down so we don't offend the globalist crowd. I have you. If you'd like to support this channel and keep this independent voice on the air, head over to TITD USA and click on the Stand Against the Silence campaign. While you're there, grab one of our faith-based or political t-shirts, whether it's a shirt that celebrates our heritage or one that calls out the nonsense we deal with every day. It's a way to wear your values on your sleeve, literally. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being the backbone of the Truth in the Darkness Network. Share this episode with someone who needs a reminder of why this country is worth celebrating. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Patreon, and now on Rumble. Make sure you're subscribed everywhere so the censors can't find a way to cut you off from the truth. The silence they want from us, we refuse it every single week. Stand with us, support the mission, refuse the silence, and I'll see you next time.